Norrin Radd's story is a fantastic tale, one that's grand on a cosmic scale and one that's incredibly personal. The sacrifices, the power, the humanity behind it all. Let's talk about Silver Surfer. Before we begin though, let me thank you for pressing or clicking on play. Don't forget to subscribe if you like content like this and haven't already done so. We upload new film, superhero, comic book, and anime content every week. So let's jump into our Silver Surfer story. Silver Surfer was created by Jack Kirby and Stan Lee for Fantastic Four, number 48, after they decided that their new villain, Galactus, needed a hero, except Kirby was tired of drawing the complicated designs of the spaceships he was famous for creating, so instead he gave him a surfboard, nice and easy to draw. Norrin Radd was born to a race of Zenn-Lavians on the planet Zenn-La. The Zenn-La civilization was ultra advanced and one that had conquered disease and inequality and crime and hunger. The people of Zenn-La had created a utopia that benefited all and forgot no one, but the lack of struggle and adventure and lack of want left people with wanderlust, with a missing point to life and wanting some type of adventure or excitement or some sort of drama to happen. Both of Radd's parents, Elmar and Jartan Radd, took their own lives for reasons sort of relating to this. Jartan was accused of theft, which is of course forbidden in this Zenn-Lavian society. But then one fateful day, the cosmic being known as the Planet Eater, Galactus himself, showed up on the Zenn-La doorstep, and it happened to be Norrin that went up to meet him. To save all of Zenn-La, Norrin Radd struck a deal with Galactus that he would become his servant, his herald, living a surf life of servitude, and in turn, Zenn-La would be spared from becoming a main course. He would need to find other planets for Galactus to eat, and to do so, he would have to leave everyone behind, even his love, Shalabal. But here's a twist. Steve Englehart's Silver Surfer gave us a crazy reveal. Galactus, a long time ago, tampered with Norrin's soul so that he would actually accept the offer to become a herald. Galactus gave Norrin a chrome alloy coat of silver skin and a board with which to ride the cosmic spaceways. The design itself was based on an adolescent fantasy of Norrin's. The power he's given, called the Power Cosmic, gives him the power to survive in the vastness of space. His chrome alloy coating allows him to survive out there, to travel black holes, to read minds like he did with the Hulk in Tales to Astonish number 93, to heal and regenerate himself at will. He has a level of strength that he has yet to find a ceiling for. He's so powerful that he stopped the Hulk in his tracks, stopped Galactus, and even took on the full force of a star that was Silver Surfer 37. And like I just mentioned, the unimaginable pressure of being inside of a black hole. His board, coated in the same materials, linked to him and is basically an extension of Silver Surfer himself. They're linked physically and they're linked psychokinetically. In Silver Surfer Annual number 2, he's able to travel faster than the speed of light and actually enter hyperspace in the process. In Silver Surfer Volume 8 number 14, using this hyperspace ability, he traveled back in time to 13.7 billion years ago, so he can travel time as well. Surfer doesn't need food or water to survive. His skin absorbs energy that he uses as fuel, and this power and his ability to heal and regenerate make him nearly immortal. Through his power cosmic, Surfer can control the very forces of the universe itself: gravity, space, time, electromagnetism. And if that's not enough, his meeting with the Living Tribunal in Silver Surfer number 31 taught us that he can ramp up his power if needed, and he did just that for Annihilation. In fact, in Annihilation Silver Surfer number 4, he ramped up his power level to be able to destroy an entire planet. He's more powerful than the Nova Corps and the Nova Force or Quasar with his quantum bams, and the Nova Force consider him a universal threat. But what Galactus didn't tell Norrin, and what was revealed decades later, is that the power cosmic, while it's incredibly powerful, is one that replaces the wielder's own soul. It's an aura that possesses a living being. For many, many years, Silver Surfer would find planets full of energy but devoid of life for Galactus to eat. The goodness in him wanted to spare others from that horrific fate of cosmic consumption. Galactus was able to suppress some of his humanity, and as a result, Silver Surfer served up planets teeming with life. Next stop, Earth. This is when Silver Surfer encountered that little blue planet in the Milky Way and ran into the Fantastic Four. They and Alicia Masters helped him shed that mental veil that Galactus had put on Surfer, and he ended up fighting alongside the heroes from Earth. They got their hands on the ultimate nullifier, which caused Galactus to retreat and actually not eat Earth. But as a punishment, Galactus trapped Silver Surfer on Earth by putting this sort of cosmic barrier on the planet that he couldn't penetrate. Surfer decided to be friends with people like Dr. Doom and the Mad Thinker, but they turned against him. Surfer's perspective on humanity took a hit, and Surfer realized that humanity was drawn to conflict, that they'd only work together if they were united against a the cosmic enemy, so he became that foe, that enemy, that uniting force. But Reed Richards shot him out of the sky with a sonic shark, which both drained his power and humbled him again. Then he fought Mephisto, Loki, the Badoon, the Abomination, and Doctor Doom again. He's fought Ego the Living Planet, he's fought Thanos, the Super Skrull, and he beat them all. Submariner enlisted his help in 1971. Submariner was issues 34 and 35, and this Defenders team would be recalled once again years later during an event called Fear Itself. Surfer later learned too that Zenn-La had actually been destroyed in what was the 1940s in Earth timeline. In Cullen Bunn's Fear Itself the Deep, Namor called on Doctor Strange, Silver Surfer, and She-Hulk to help him out, forming a new version of the Defenders in the process. At one point he fell in love with Nova, but not that Nova. He fell in love with a female named Frankie Ray. It was during the time when she herself was the Herald of Galactus. Later, Silver Surfer, wielding Mjolnir, is able to take down the Cosmic Ghost Rider because the soul was replaced and Ghost Rider's penance stare didn't have an effect on him. But then this future King Thanos that was there too impaled both Maestro Hulk and Silver Surfer with a weapon called the Twilight Sword, which is an immensely powerful blade that usually only the demon Surtur had the power to hold. We later find out that while Thanos was killing the universe, Surfer was on a quest to become worthy enough to yield that Asgardian hammer. In the process, he took on the mantle of the Fallen One, and he appears in this story by Donny Cates as a metallic black leader of the Annihilation Wave. It's a callback to the Annihilation event that swept through Marvel in the mid-2000s. In 2019's Guardians of the Galaxy series, a bevy of heroes had gathered to discuss proper disposal of Thanos' body and head, but also that Thanos had allegedly transferred his consciousness into another being, and they had to figure out who it was. With Thanos beheaded, the Black Order at the command of Hela swept in to steal his lifeless body and attempt to resurrect him. Heroes had been called to a meeting, but when the Black Order attacked, they were sucked into a black hole. The story of what happened to those heroes sucked into the black hole continues in Kate's Silver Surfer Black, which is really a culmination of Kate's entire arc and encompasses everything we know about what he's told to date. It tells the story of where the heroes are, what happened to Silver Surfer, and just how he became that Black Chrome when he ultimately meets Cosmic Ghost Rider again in the future. There's one very important, very evil god at the core of it all. Silver Surfer is as cool as he is powerful, and Hollywood agrees. He first transcended the page all the way back in 1967 in the animated Fantastic Four series. There was a rumor of a Silver Surfer movie as far back as the 70s that would have seen Olivia Newton-John as Radd's Shala Bal, among others. He's featured as the obsession of Richard Gere's Jesse Lujak in the 1983 film Breathless. Then there was an animated series in 98 that only lasted about 13 episodes due to disagreements between Saban and Marvel, and of course the second Fantastic Four film subtitled Rise of the Silver Surfer. Fox was actually working on an origin film prior to the Disney-Fox merger, but now that it's all MCU, to see him again on the big screen in all his Sentinel of the Spaceways glory would be absolutely fantastic. But now it's your turn. Do you like the Silver Surfer, and would you like to see him in the MCU? Go ahead and leave your comments and thoughts in the comments below, and we'll continue that conversation down there. If I missed anything important, definitely leave that for others and myself to read as well. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe if you haven't already done so, and I thank you again for being part of this JLS Comics family. I'm Jesse, this is JLS Comics, and I'll see you soon.